Let's talk about it.
They said, why don't you go back to your country and fix your country instead of coming here to South Africa, etc. But also that stems from the frustration that I've been saying. A lot of South Africans are feeling frustrated that we might even express it to the wrong people. Do you understand? I feel like there are, immigrants or foreigners who are here in this country, whether legally or illegally. Sometimes even the legal ones also feel the effects of xenophobia because South Africans are fed up, bro, to a point where whether you're right or wrong, asafuni lutho manje.
Yeah.
Yabo, sokunale nto ukuthi mabahambe
Mabahambe,
bonke.
yeah.
Yabo, because people are fed up. And I won't lie, the government is to blame for this because for many, many years, bro, people have been complaining about the same thing. Let's talk about the crime. Do you understand? I'm not going to blame foreigners, obviously. I'm not saying all foreigners are responsible for crime. But it's very difficult to track an undocumented person.
Yeah.
No fingerprints, no ID, nothing. How are you going to track a person who has committed 5, 6 murders or serial killer?
And they're
We've
not in
had
the
such
system.
incidents. There are people who've been arrested. They have no documentation. Some of them even escape from prison and are never to be found again. So those are the issues that the country is facing. And that's the frustration that we're feeling. Drugs, again. Yes, South Africans, Nabo Valley, they do their own things and whatever. But it's worse when you're here illegally and you do such things, bro.
Yeah.
That's like me going to China and selling drugs. And I know very well the consequences there, Velo, are very severe. In this country, it's as if everyone comes here and does what they please, they do what they please, bro. Because it's like, well, I know I'm going to get away with it. The sentence is going to be lenient. They're going to bribe someone. It's easy to bribe. There were 3 cops who were arrested now for releasing an immigrant or an illegal, foreigner. Do you understand? I think they were paid 1,000 each or something like that.
Or
There's a
they
story
paid to be
circulated.
released.
They paid to be released. Yeah, but so these are the issues that we are.
Watch this video. Let me be clear from start. I have love for many foreigners living in South Africa. Some are hardworking people trying to survive, trying to build something, trying to feed families back home. I see that. I respect hustle. But loving people does not mean ignoring reality. South Africa's immigration system is broken. Borders are weak, corruption is everywhere, rules are not being enforced fairly, and that create anger, confusion, and division. Many people ask, how do you know some are undocumented? Sometimes they say it themselves. Sometimes they openly talk about how they crossed over. Sometimes they are trapped in jobs with no papers, no rights, and no protection. That stipulations help nobody, not even South Africans, not migrants, not the economy. Now look around. Foreign nationals are part of everyday life here. They ride scooters delivering food, they work in restaurants, they cut hair, they run spaza shops, they fix phones, they clean homes, they repair cars, they sell goods on the streets, they work hard. But we must also be honest, hardworking people are being used by corrupt systems. Politicians benefit, some Home Affairs officials take bribes, some border officials look away, some police officers protect illegal operations instead of protecting communities. That is where the real anger should go. I do not support violence against foreigners, burning shops, attacking people, blaming everyone because of government failure. This is wrong. That is wrong.
Afternoon, Tembekile and our viewers. The little information that we have is that this shooting is said to have happened at around 9 a.m. inside this McDonald's behind me. And it's understood that the 3 deceased are all businessmen who operate businesses in and around this area, Tembekile. Since then, my colleague will show you just a bit shops that operate here. You understand, this is the busy Small and Rahima Musa Street, and there's a lot of informal trading happening. But shops that operate street in and around this vicinity right now have been closed since that shooting. We understand that the 3 bodies have now been removed, but people who work here daily, Tembekile, some of them are selling hair in and around this street, say they are scared because this is actually not the first time that an incident like this happened. They've actually told us that in the past 24 hours, another business person was actually shot last night. So this brings to 4 the number of people that were killed in 24 hours in and around this small street. But let me bring in somebody who's quite familiar with this, that ward councillor in this area, Stembiso Hlatshwayo. Councillor Hlatshwayo, thank you so much for your time. Just take us through the details of what happened. We understand 3 business people were shot and killed. What actually happened?
No, thanks for having me. I received a call around half past 9 in the morning that I must rush to the scene. There were 3 business people who were inside McDonald's. 2 unknown gunmen, they entered and then they shot them and then they ran away. Last night I received a call as well to say there's 1 businessman was shot down the road as well. I have a video and it was terrible. It was terrible.
Is there clarity? I understand police were at the scene. The shop has been cordoned off and currently it's closed. But is there clarity in terms of whether this was a targeted hit looking for them or it was just random that they happened to be at the wrong place at the wrong time?
If I can tell you the truth, this thing is happening each and every week. We don't know what is happening. But what I did as a councillor, on Wednesday, I'm calling all business owners to one place with SAPS and JMPD to find out what is the problem, which assistance that they need as well. Because there is killings each and every weekend. They kill someone or they kidnap someone. We don't understand what is going on. Maybe there is this thing of gangsterism or what. But we are going to find out on that meeting on Wednesday. Let's hope they are going to tell us what is going on. Because I spoke to police today. They said they assembled the team that is going to investigate all these cases. Must be one team that are going to investigate those cases.
As far as you know, I understand you say police have assembled a team, but do you know if there's been any arrests and if there are any leads? And my biggest question, Councillor, people are asking, what is happening here? Why is it happening every week? Could there be some criminal activities happening here? Perhaps sale of drugs? What is so special about this area that could cause this rise in criminal activity?
If I would be honest with you, yeah, there's serious crime. But with these killings, I'm not sure what is happening.
Violence against poor people will never solve a rich corruption problem. The energy people have in the streets should be directed at accountability, demand stronger borders, demand clean home affairs, demand honest policing, demand leaders who create jobs so South Africans and legal migrants can both thrive. And I also believe many migrants can be part of the solution, help expose corruption in their own countries, help build lawful pathways to enter South Africa, help invest, work legally, and contribute openly to the economy. Harmony is possible when rules are respected. Now, when it comes to criminals, rapists, traffickers, hijackers, drug dealers, murderers, I do not care where they come from, South Africa or foreign, legal or illegal. Crime is crime. They must face the hardest punishment possible and rehabilitation where it can truly work. This is not black and white. It is not hate foreigners or ignore the problem. We can love people and still demand law and order. We can reject violence and still demand immigration reform. We can protect communities and protect human dignity at the same time. South Africa deserves justice. South Africa deserves safety. South Africa deserves leadership. So guys, I want you guys to tell me what you think. What do you think about this whole situation that is happening? You know, like, people are dying. People are being killed. You know,